And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome everyone to the NBA. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shoots from the block, and it's Porzingis getting it to go.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Outside Leonard. Here's Zubac, outside for George. That 3 off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Finney-Smith passes to Redick. Yep, that one goes.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And here's George. And there's the pass to Beverley. Back to George. Passes it to Zubac. On the left block. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Got that one up quick. Redick's got 5 points so far.
J.J. Redick, one of the premier shooters in this league. Boy, he knocked that one down.
George against Doncic. Here's Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick. The Clippers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Leonard. Batum, good.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And that one's good. Doncic. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. George with no one around. That doesn't go either for George.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson comes in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers also changing it up. Hands checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
Brunson up top, guarded by Jackson. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dallas again missing. Clippers trail by 3. Man passes to Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pass to Man. Back to Jackson. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. Goes up again, and the layup good by Cousins.
You see the feel from DeMarcus Cousins, tracking down the miss, then making good on the second chance opportunity.
Back to Brunson. Over Jackson. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in
old school basketball. Yeah.
Now, pound for pound, Greg Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got Trey Burke. Maxi Kleber is out there with Powell. Then there's Richardson, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Count the basket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Jackson passes to Kennard. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Richardson gets a wide open look. And that one hits back iron.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. And Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Here's Cauley-Stein. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And now it's a 3-point Dallas lead.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Now here's Kennard. Shoots from 12. It's good. Here's Burke. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Richardson right side. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Jackson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running, uncovered. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Doncic comes in for Josh Richardson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Burke. The high post shot. The shot by George, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Beverly looking around. Here's Leonard. No good, unable to end this run.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Back to Doncic. Corner shot. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
And George, here we go. Beverly, the pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, Redick. Pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Zubats. Feeds it to Leonard. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game. Now Brunson. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to... The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5. And...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubats. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in a 2-guard. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. He gets it in there. And the Mavericks lead by 8. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Zubac trying to break loose. George, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Dallas moving it around with the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Beverly. Nice D from Porzingis.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Count it.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And George gets to Beverly. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Outside, Porzingis. Brunson against Beverly. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Powell comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for Luka Doncic. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Here's Leonard. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Dallas leading by 8. Cauley-Stein's shot is good. Cauley-Stein's got 6.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, disciplined, and that's a beautiful pass.
And he commits the intentional foul. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Morris looking over the floor. This is to Leonard. Shoots over Powell, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. And here's Brunson. Left side Hardaway. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break Dallas. All going up court. And the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
Fast break. Here we go. Now here's Richardson. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Burke, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. And stolen by Cousins. Mann passes to Batum. Now here's Cousins. Guarded by Hardaway. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
Burke, the pass to Cauley-Stein. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Burke with it, Jackson on him, and stolen by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break, and so they foul intentionally. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Mavericks leading. Here's Doncic. 8 points for him. It's Powell on the wing. Good if it goes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Mavericks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Richardson. And at the shooting guard, that's the lineup in the game for Dallas. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Outside Rondo, the pass to Zubac. Back to Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kennard for 3. A shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Finney-Smith. Kennard with the rebound. The Clippers trail. Here's Jackson. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Rondo.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
Rondo against Brunson. Kicks to Richardson. Batum with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Leonard, that's for 2. Los Angeles with another miss. Leonard's got 3 of his 9 shots to fall. Redick finds Cauley-Stein. And the layup's good off the glass. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Good work there as it goes.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Doncic outside. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Here's Cousins. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Cauley-Stein. Now it's a 4-point Dallas lead. George looking around. And it's off from 3-point range. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Back to Redick. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Cauley-Stein hits them both. And the Clippers call time here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game. Luka Doncic.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappy. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Redick dishes to Doncic. Outside for Redick. To the middle, Finney Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Marjanovic, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard the pass to Morris. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Back to Doncic. And 1:01 left in the game. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Free throw drops for Marjanovic. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, George. The 3. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Doncic with it. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 4 on the clock. Down low. Leonard with the steal.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Launches it. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George finds Zubac. It's stolen by Marjanovic. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. It's the NBA on short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis. J.J. Redick is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward spot.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit to the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Now here's Lillard. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
Doncic looking it over. That one falls.
What nice work to get the high percentage look, and he doesn't make any mistake with it.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. The layup off target.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
No good from Finney Smith. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. McCollum, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Misses the 3.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Covington. Lillard attacking. He dishes it to Nurkic. Doncic with the block.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir. Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Covington. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The shot by Lillard, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Back to Doncic. No good on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Covington finds Hollis Jefferson. Now Nurkic. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
They get it back. Cauley Stein. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Simons. Kicks it to McCollum. Shoots. Rebounded by Hardaway.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's Cauley Stein. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. 1:09 left to play in the first quarter. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Cauley Stein. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland no good that time either. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Richardson's running. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Mavericks lead by 11. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Giles is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Jones, a rebound by Marjanovic.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Richardson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now the pass to Simons. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Marjanovic. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson, no good. Trailblazers trail by 11. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Powell. The Trailblazers rebound. Nurkic. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Here's Doncic. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Doncic has got his second bucket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Burke kicks to Doncic. Back to Burke. That shot off the mark. And it's Portland the other way. Pass to Lillard. Shoots over Burke. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Kleba, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Up top, Doncic. It's a hand on it. Porzingis on the foul.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simon.
And in college, Redick was an all-time leading scorer. Years later, he's still a top producer. Great shooting ability is really something you can bank on.
And he makes all 3.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
1:02 left to play here in the half. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Portland no good that time either. Mavericks leading by 10. Redick with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. McCollum passes to Covington. McCollum against Hardaway. He can't get that one, so the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Redick. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Redick for 3. Oh, and he nails it just. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have a 13-point lead. And that's all for now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
They've got Marjanovic. Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Doncic outside. Right wing. Here's Marjanovic. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Three-pointer, Lillard buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got the first points of the second half here for the Trailblazers. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Marjanovic down low. He's guarded by Nurkic. Marjanovic, no good. Trailblazers trail by 10. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Redick passes to Porzingis. Nurkic against Marjanovic. Porzingis finds Marjanovic. Porzingis trying to get free. Marjanovic, no good. And it's McCollum in the corner. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Covington. Nurkic up top. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Lillard. Richardson outside. Dishes it to Hardaway. Brunson against Lillard. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Hardaway. Back to Cauley-Stein. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Puts one up from 19. They get it again. Trailblazers trail by 6. And Jones slams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And here is Cauley-Stein. 8 points for him. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Powell. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Boy, Powell is proving to be a handful inside. Does a good job utilizing his long arms to get the call.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Josh Richardson. Portland also making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Powell, no one around him. Kleber with the rebound. And he makes that one.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's Dallas up 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
How about that? He made no mistake on that one.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. But they'll get another chance. McCollum passes to Simons. To tie it up. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Brunson the pass to Powell. Now Brunson. Powell with the steal. And here we go. And here they go. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Powell's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland.
And after what was just a horrendous shooting performance in that first half, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here in the second.
Burke banked in off the glass. Burke's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Passes it to Powell. Here's Giles. Six to shoot. Back to Powell. And there's the pass to Giles. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Finney-Smith. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Powell, that's good.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Thompson with it. Kicks to Powell. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Jones, the pass to Simons. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, what a mid-air adjustment. You know, he had to alter his release point, but didn't let it throw off the shot.
Now here's Brunson. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
Here's Powell. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. McCollum Great D that time from Reddick. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Yep, it counts.
And Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here is Lillard. The three. From the baseline. And he knocks down the jumper. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
And Doncic, here we go. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Nurkic finds McCollum. Lillard with it. From deep. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway.
You know, he doesn't let that opportunity slip by. Buries some big shots at the line.
Now Doncic. Pass to Reddick. Back to Doncic. A shot off that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can. The coach's challenge has been issued. It's being like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough...
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. The score is tied at 49. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. McCollum dishes to Lillard. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Portland. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the three, the small forward. 2 points, that one goes.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
How about the quick decision-making? Hollis Jefferson knowing he has the full trust of his teammates to take and make these big-time shots.
And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. And Doncic, here we go. The 19-foot shot. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 7 rebounds in the game. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Hollis Jefferson with it. Outside, Covington. Lillard from outside. Mavericks with the rebound. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Doncic with it. Hollis Jefferson's there.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Pass to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. 5 on the clock. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum outside. It's money from deep.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Outside, Redick. Back to Doncic. Outside for Redick. It counts! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Lillard with it. It falls!
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Off on that one. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Michael Porter. And there's Gordon. And it's Rivers in at the point guard position. And for Dallas, they've got J.J. Redick. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And a wide open look for Porter. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas with the ball, and the wide open shot from Redick. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Sinks that one from the post.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
The pass to Gordon. Back to Rivers. Jokic against Marjanovic. And that one's good, Jokic.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Doncic dishes to Redick. Porzingis way outside. No good from outside.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Rivers against Doncic. Clock at 6. He hits it from 9.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And here's Rivers. And Porter, here we go. And a missed layup. The Mavericks leading. Right side, Porzingis. Shoots over McGee. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Over Porter. Richardson, no luck.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Rivers out to the right wing. Gordon deciding where to go with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Here's Harrison. Mavericks with the rebound. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Powell. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Campazzo. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Powell. Wally Stein kicks to Hardaway. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
Puts it up from 12. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Paul Millsap. Monte Morris is out there with Harrison. Then there's Bull. And it's Janshar in at the small forward. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Now, here's Richardson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Wally Stein. And Bull pulls it down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Millsap, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. If you still look at the the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Bull.
And, you know, entering the draft, Bull was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to, and maybe still haven't figured it out.
Over to the left wing. Here's Brunson. Off target with his three. Denver leading by 7. Unloads from 13. No good off the back of the rim. The Mavericks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Dishes it to Hardaway. Brunson against Morris. It's stolen by Morris. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Millsap showing you some speed. They're turning the Jets on. Far from just a bruising physical forward. The speed in transition impressive.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The drive by Doncic. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Denver?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Rivers, and too long on the shot. Mavericks trail by 6. Lets it go with a 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Porter. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Doncic, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Doncic has got 7 points.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him, Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Jokic with it. He's picked up by Doncic from 10 feet out. McGee, great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Redick, here we go. There's the triple. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Redick. Doncic has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident. Knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
On the wing, Porter. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Burke with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. And good that time. Burke's got his first points of the game.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Rivers looking over the floor, over Redick. Up again. It's good on the putback. Now Burke puts up a 3. And that's it for the first half of action.
Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. For the Nuggets, Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
It's been an aggressive approach.
And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Rivers. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Gordon finds Jokic. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dallas moving it around. Was shot by Redick, no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap is checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Michael Porter. Cauley-Stein kicks to Redick. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Now Doncic. For the tie. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Cauley-Stein's got the game tied up here for the man.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And he gets the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Millsap left side. Campazzo, guarded by Porzingis. To end the cold streak. Millsap misses. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. To the middle. Here's Millsap. Doesn't go for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Takes a three. Millsap with the steal. Campazzo. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. He's got 6.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
The pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. It's to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Campazzo laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Doncic kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Doncic. Porzingis kicking it over. Passes it to Doncic. And here's Porzingis. Drops in the tray. Porzingis has got 7 points.
You know, a big factor in today's modern NBA is the three-point shot and the way that spaces the floor. Porzingis' range, a key element for his team spacing.
16 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Gordon, and what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Redick for 3. The shot misses. Green inside the three-point line. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Porzingis. It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Denver on top. They're up by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. JaVale McGee is out there with Gordon, and it's Rivers, and it's Porter at the shooting guard. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Finney-Smith. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Rivers against Brunson. Jokic on the follow.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. Can't nail the jumper.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Here's Gordon. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide-open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Brunson with it, and the pass to Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. The 11-footer, and it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
Porter with the nice move. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Gordon finds Jokic. Here's Rivers. Pass to McGee. Powell with the steal. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Coley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Denver with a change here, too. Millsap's checked in, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Rivers. Here's Jokic. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And that's now 6 points for Jokic.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possession.
Rivers against Doncic. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Doncic feeling it out. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
And that's an intentional foul. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Denver also making some changes. Bol comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Harrison in for Austin Rivers. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
It's Redick on the wing. Coley Stein dishes to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Bol. He kicks it to Millsap. The putback, Jokic on the follow.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Harrison. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Doncic passes to Redick. Knocks down the 3 ball.
They get the points they need as Redick shows just how cold-blooded he can be. JJ has the bench up and going crazy.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot, manning the middle. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Leonard on the wing. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Redick. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area. It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
And it goes down 2 points.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
And they double up Doncic. It's Redick on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Redick's got 5.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Beverly. The pass to Morris. From downtown. The shot will not fall. And it's Dallas the other way. The shot by Kleba. Wide open. But they recover it. Out to the wing. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 3. Now the Clippers moving it up. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Porzingis with the block. Fast break Dallas. Doncic leading the charge. Pass to Kleba. And here's Redick. Leonard with the steal. They're running. Jumps up. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi. Aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
1:36 left in the first quarter. Redick finds Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Beverly. Got a hand on it. And the wide open shot from Redick. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Out to Morris. Shoots over Doncic. And it's good off the back rim and in.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Redick against Beverly. Doncic outside. Now Redick. 5 points in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson's checked in for Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Hardaway against Kennard. Cauley-Stein passes to Brunson. Here's Hardaway. Kennard with the rebound. There's Jackson with the 3. It's good from long range. It's a tie ball game.
I'll tell you, that is such a quick pull-up. One of Jackson's more effective moves.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Cauley-Stein in at the center position. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Out left to the wing. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Hardaway passes to Richardson. over Kennard. The offensive rebound, Cauley Stein. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
Cauley Stein hits them both. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Wasted no time on that one. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 4. Richardson against Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Brunson with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The open shot by Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
George against Doncic. And George kicks to Beverley. Right side, George.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Porzingis finds Hardaway. The 3 for Doncic. He doesn't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Got a piece of it. Here's Porzingis. Good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Here's George. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Burke looking over the floor. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. The drive by Doncic. Powell, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. That ties the game. He's got 8.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And here is Burke. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Zubac against Porzingis. Back to Burke from past the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Cousins in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Finished off the break. 8 points for Porzingis.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Outside, George. Cousins inside. He's against Porzingis. Nice D from Doncic. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. From down in the low post, it goes. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's George. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Here's George. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from George.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
Doncic feeling it out. Redick for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Redick's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Here's Beverley, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
The shot by George, wide open. George missing again.
Okay, that's frustrating. He worked hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick. Clippers trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bucket is good. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Elbow shot is on the way. And there's Richardson on the assist from Cauley-Stein.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Now, here's Kennard. From the arc, Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Richardson the pass to Brunson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
One thing you no longer want to do against Richardson, send him to the free throw line, an area where he has really improved.
Fast break Dallas. Hardaway with a wide open look. Shot clock reset for Dallas. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lays it up off the glass.
Gotta respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
Brunson scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Brunson with 1 on the clock, and they pick up 2. Brunson's got 6 points.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. They've got Trey Burke. Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Here's Rondo. Following the score by Josh Richardson. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Richardson. Leonard inside. Guarded by Hardaway. And that one's good. Cousins. Dallas leading by 11. Burke with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Porzingis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Now here's Burke. Dishes it to Powell. And stolen by Cousins. Redick against Leonard. To the inside. Cousins misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Redick against Leonard from outside the arc. Second shot opportunity, and Burke has it in the corner. The deep 3 from Redick. No good with the triple.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Burke, and there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Josh Richardson's checked in for Jake Richardson outside. Up top, Doncic. Defended by Beverly. And it's Cauley Stein. That time on the assist by Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's George. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
And an intentional foul right there. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 8. 1:41 left in the fourth. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Willie Cauley-Stein.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
These fans have been stunned by his performance. Of all the players they thought might do the most damage against them tonight, his name was not high on that list. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Marjanovic after the basket by Los Angeles. And Doncic, here we go. Marjanovic finds Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 51 seconds left in the game. George looking around. That shot off, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here is Los Angeles now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Huge bucket by DeMarcus. The big man loves the big moment.
.20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Dallas, 3-point lead.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
George, no good. Here's Finney Smith. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Rip City. Welcome, basketball fans. It's short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Lillard surveying the D. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
There are very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Down low. Out to Anthony. Lillard up top, covered by Redick. Lillard against Redick. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Clock at 4. Here's McCollum. No good that time. Great D that time from Redick. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Lillard, right side. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off the left rim and out.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Dallas moving it around. Porzingis kicks to Redick. Back to Porzingis. It's stolen by Anthony. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And the shot goes down.
Well, Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. There's the pass to Kleba. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Doncic, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Outside, Covington. Porzingis against Nurkic. Kicks it out to Covington. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. On the wing, Doncic. Kleba against Covington. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
McCollum, no good. The Mavericks leading. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Porzingis. And it's off the back rim, no good. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
McCollum with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's the dish to Covington. Back to McCollum over Reddick. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Covington.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Now here's Doncic. And the wide open shot from Reddick. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
I like how active McCollum was there on defense. Not afraid to poke his hands in there at the right time. Very opportunistic score there.
It's tipped. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And he banks in the layup.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plan.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They've got Enes Kanter. Powell is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Mavericks trail by 7. And here's Brunson. Good on the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Simons. For the 3. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. It's Richardson on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. That one good for 2.
That's a silky smooth form of Josh Richardson on the perimeter. His jumper looking reliable in this one.
Cullen passes to Kanter. Here's Simons. Richardson cover. On the wing, Jones. Kanter kicks to McCollum. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up on the high post. Buries the jump shot. McCollum's got 6.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Harry Giles is checked in for C.J. McCollum. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Burke comes in for Jalen Brunson. For 3, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Burke.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Simons. Burke covering. Giants. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Powell with the steal. Simons the pass to Kanter. Makes it off the glass. Kanter's got 4 this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Right side Hardaway. Can't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And now here comes Jones leading the break. That's a 2 from Powell. Kanter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 1:57 left here in the second, and Cauley Stein throws it down. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, maybe the length coming into play this time for Cauley Stein as he's up and over the top of everyone.
Simons the pass to Powell. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Kicks it out to Richardson. Pass to Burke. 4 on the clock. To the paint. There's Cauley Stein. An easy 2 points on the layup. Cauley Stein's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Inside, here's Simons. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Simons has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Richardson outside. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The 19-foot shot. The rebound by Giles.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And some good action through the first 2 points. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points was the most they trailed by. And that's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And he gets it to go. Doncic has got 6.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot, despite the contact.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drills the 3-pointer.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind. The quick release of J.J. Redick, expecting the pass, and the defense can't react to that kind of shot.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Doncic against Lillard. The shot from the low post is good. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one right now. 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. That free throw good from Doncic.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
McCollum up top, guarded by Doncic. And another three for Portland.
For the performance on the offensive end, he's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
It's Redick on the wing. Brunson kicks to Doncic. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard against Brunson. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Great look, but off the mark. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. They retain possession. He's got a clear path. Kleber with the bucket.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Here's Lillard, and he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Anthony against Brunson. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. McCollum finds Covington, and it's good for 2. And now it's a 10-point Portland lead.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Richardson.
Nice job, Richardson, playing now in the mid-range. That tells me his offensive game is showing confidence.
Powell for 3. Kept alive. Here's Cantor. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Cantor's got 8.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Pass to Marjanovic. Richardson outside. Back to Marjanovic. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Portland. This is his first free throw of the game. Mavericks making a switch here, and he makes both free throws. Here's Simons. And the pass to Powell. And the miss.
Well, there's no vacancy down there. Josh Richardson gives no room to the offensive player.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. He dishes it to Anthony. He feeds it to Kanter. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
This is the thing about Kanter. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
It's Richardson on the wing. That three off the mark. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Marjanovic passes to Cauley-Stein. Out to Hardaway. Takes the three. Hands it from downtown.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
Powell against Richardson. Powell the pass to Simons. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer. Trailblazers keep it alive. And that one drops. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. Right? And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Maybe a little more fundamental with positioning there to be ready for that offensive rebound. Porzingis, some extra effort on the offensive glass that time.
Now Lillard. Clock at 6. But they get it back. Here's Covington. Out to Anthony. Nurkic with it. Back to Anthony. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mavericks trail by 12. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Outside, Redick. Lets the three fly. Good on the three-point shot.
Really good decision as Redick is playing at full speed, but slows down, makes the right choice.
Portland leading by 9. Lillard outside. High post, Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Outside, Covington. Just 5 on the clock. And McCollum launches it from deep. Again, McCollum missing.
hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Basket good.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Here's Lillard. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nurkic up top. Back to Lillard. To the middle. Nurkic finds McCollum. Portland no good that time either. Here's Doncic. Yes!
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
So the Trailblazers win it. Probably. All right, David, great job. city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. DA, it's on.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Rivers in at the point guard position. Porter, no luck.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
Richardson kicks to Finney Smith, 11 feet away. That one wide left. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Porter, no luck. Porzingis against Jokic. Shoots the 3. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Bull. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Kleba, the pass to Richardson. He can't get it to go. And Denver the other way now. Outside Porter. Gordon with no one around. Off target from three-point range. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Richardson with it, now guarded by Porter. Here's Kleba. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Jokic finds Gordon. Offensive rebound. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him. Harrison's checked in for the Nuggets. And Dallas with a change here too. Hardaway's checked in. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Maxi Kleba. Trey Burks checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Jokic with the bucket.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Here's Brunson. Following the basket by Jokic. Now Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. 5 on the clock. Brunson kicks to Burke. Over Porter, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Green comes in for Bull. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Harrison passes to Gordon. Down low. Here's Millsap. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 1:46 left to play here in the first. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Harrison. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
.51 seconds left to play in the first. Green kicks to Harrison. Gordon against Hardaway. Takes the 13-footer. Cauley Stein grabs the board. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Knocks it loose. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Runs in the pass to Hardaway. .11 seconds left in the first quarter. Brunson, good.
Boy, excellent recognition from Hardaway Jr. to find his teammate there. This guy's an unselfish player.
Here is Porter. No good. Shot missing. It's all tied in Denver. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot.
And, you know, you look at Porzingis, he's got his shot on automatic. Not much wasted motion in that stroke.
Morris outside. To the inside. Millsap trying to get open. McGee's shot is off. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. Here's Chanchan. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Millsap. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Trey Burke's checked in for Josh Richardson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Here's Harrison. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Morris passes to McGee. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. McGee's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
And the Mavericks call time here. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Morris against Doncic. Richardson left side. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. Richardson's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Drains the three-pointer. Jokic has got 5.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Yeah, inside, Bold does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Now here's Kleber. Up top, Doncic. Covered by Morris. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Green comes in for Bull, and it's Michael Porter in for Morris. And Dallas also making a switch. Marjanovic is checked in. A nice shot by Rivers.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Richardson against Porter. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That's good from Richardson. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
On the wing, Gordon. Guarded by Hardaway. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Porter. Mavericks with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the lock. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on. And that does it for our halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
They've got Bowles. Rivers out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Doncic outside. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Outside Gordon. This one for three. And a wide open look for Porter. Another three for Denver.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And stolen by Gordon. One-on-one here. Rivers dishes the ball. Back to Rivers. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
Right around a minute and a half play here in the third quarter.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Got a piece of it. Fast break, Dallas. Doncic leading the charge. Baseline J on the way. Richardson, no luck.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Millsap comes in for Bull. And it's Harrison in for Michael Porter. Cauley Stein passes to Richardson. Porzingis with the ball, guarded by McGee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas again missing.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Yep. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Older.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Mavericks trail by 12. Now, here's Redick. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Harrison scanning the floor. The tray. That one's not going to go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Redick, and the shot is good.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Denver.
And here's Rivers. Now the pass to McGee. There's a minute left in the third. Millsap misses.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. and neither can he.
Thompson with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Hardaway, no good. The Nuggets leading by 10. Here's Harrison. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harrison's got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Redick dishes to Cauley-Stein, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
A different look for Denver. Aaron Gordon comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Michael Porter in for Shaquille Harrison. The Mavericks also with a sub. Luka Doncic. He's checked in for J.J. Redick. Rivers can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 11. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
Outside Porter. Launches a 3. The shot, no good. 1 second left. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Brunson kicks to Doncic. Top of the key. Millsap grabs the miss. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Doncic with it. Picked up by Rivers. 3-pointer. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Doncic.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
Now here's Gordon. He's covered closely.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Marjanovic. From beyond the arc. The shot, no good. Outside Gordon. Passes to Bull. He kicks it to Millsap. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Thompson with it. Picked up by Rivers. And they double up Doncic. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And it's Gordon missing. Mavericks trail by 8. Here's Doncic. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Millsap has the open look. Off target from outside. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Harrison's checked in. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Was shot by Redick, no good.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
The putback. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic outside. Puts one up from 19. Rebound by the Nuggets. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Gordon, the pass to Harrison. Back to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Bull. Not a lot of room. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Nuggets lead by 8. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 8. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He told his guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. He also talked about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point of the game.
Thank you, David. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Gordon with it. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. One-on-one fast break. Here's Porzingis. Porter pulls it in. Here's Harrison. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Porter. Fires the 3. Misses. So we see Denver get the win here. So thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps